right on that. And
I can make one contribution to this Elon conversation. Read his biography by, I've forgotten his guy.
Walt Isaacson.
There you go, Isaacson. What that, you know, that was an astounding biography. And let me tell you, I was commissioned in 1965, and my whole career was in nuclear submarines, and it lasted until 1988. And I was a student of a program run by a guy named Rickover, Admiral Hyman Rickover. And I have never heard of a bigger asshole that was more effective than Admiral Rickover, the father of the nuclear navy. And let me tell you, it was a tough program to live under. But absolutely, he was a genius. And as I read Elon's biography, I thought, this is a clone of Admiral Rickover.
The other thing is Elon, we're fans, but we understand his faults, and he's got a lot. He had the biography written, we think, to show the good, the bad, and the evil. He didn't have to have a biography written at age 51. And when you see his childhood, when you see some of the things he's done, the failures he's had, to the times he was fired. I mean, they got so sick of him at PayPal, the whole board fired him. He was one of the founders. 2 months later, he did a rare thing. He went to each one of them and apologized. But he did walk into NASA and say, look, I'm going to build a reusable rocket. Hold my beer. And they laughed at him. And he also didn't take any money until he made the thing work. So he understands how much waste there is in the military purchasing system that we have. And things like that. He almost has a force of will to bring him about, and luck as well.
David, here's something that I just looked up that would probably be surprising to people, is that if you count state and federal funding to auto manufacturers, Ford Motor Company received since 2020 more than Tesla. Tesla, it's about 15 billion, and Ford at 17 billion. Very interesting. Nobody talks about Ford in this way.
Ford has $150 billion in debt. Tesla has $37 billion in free cash flow in the bank. And even during his worst quarter, the first quarter of this year, he put another $1 billion in the bank. He's lowered cost of goods sold by making his cars 3 times in the last 2 years and improving them. So he is very driven, very hard to work for on the spectrum. I don't think that he should be in government. He wasn't elected. I know we like some of the results he was thinking of doing, but he's known for cutting things until they break, and it works in a factory. He made it work at X, but it doesn't work as well in government, because you can't build it back in government as easily.
The guy is an interesting guy, 100%. I mean, he is a one of a kind, and I actually used to be a big fan of Elon Musk. I actually used to really like him, and I think the downturn for me was realizing the whole pump and dumps he was doing for the Dogecoin and Bitcoin. I thought he was actually promoting Dogecoin, because he was like wanting to do the people a favor and saying, yeah, let's promote this, make money. But in turn, he was making money out of it, and his company was. So that was my kind of downhill turn on it. And then when he joined the government, I'm a former government. I had a lot of friends that worked for a lot of agencies, whether it's still for the Homeland Security, for the Fish and Wildlife. I currently work in the conservation field, and I know people's jobs that are unfairly cut. These people aren't making hardly any money.
Well, wait, what do you mean unfairly cut? If the idea that people are entitled to government jobs, or that the government is even within the scope of what they need to be doing when it comes to some of these agencies, honestly, I don't think the cuts went deep enough. Every time a government worker gets fired, I believe an angel gets their wing.
Yeah, let me speak on. Can you speak on that? So some of the cuts that I'm referring to, and there's a lot of waste and abuse in the government, 100%. I'm not going to disagree with that. But a lot of that's not what was cut. So the individual